What's great, y'all? Welcome back to 300 the podcast. It's your boy Ezra Ray, your favorite dinosaur. This is episode 16, and we're hitting our stride. Going on 2 weeks straight of getting these episodes out. This one's gonna be a little bit different. I'll get into some sports shit. By like noonish. It's about maybe 9 o'clock now, something like that. I just wanted to have one of those release some thoughts kind of episodes. And I feel like this would be a good one because it's like fresh on my mind. And I have an ADHD brain, and if I don't get it out now, then I'll get it out at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's never a good thing. Never goes well. So here's my thing. I and I again I'm only going to speak on things that I personally relate to. I don't speak on anything that I don't know anything about. And I'm not saying I know everything about everything, but I know some things about a lot of things. Is that's my general consensus when it comes to that. And I think sometimes, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you agree, great. If you don't, that's fine too, because that's what makes our world go around. But I genuinely feel like we concern ourselves so much with who's fake and who's not, that we lose sight of being our authentic selves. And I do this a ton, to be honest, where I overthink a lot. Well, like, why is this person, doing this or saying that, you know? Or I, supported this person, why don't they support me the same? And then I go through the list of reasons, of why that could be or should be, and then I lose sight of just being myself, and being happy with the man I've become and the person that I've grown into. And that's the last thing. That is the last thing that any person needs. You know what I'm saying? I think we all have our story. We all have things that we've been through that in our mind we're like, man, this is the worst. This person couldn't possibly have dealt with anything worse than what I've dealt with. So why is it so hard for the person to then, check on me or ask me how I'm doing or invite me to this or that or support this or that, while then losing sight of why you're doing what you're doing in the first place, or why you feel what you feel to begin with. And I feel like we just do that a lot. And there's not, and a lot of us who came up when we came up, and I was born in 86, so I was a kid when it was fun being a kid. And a lot of us didn't have, that kind of male, and I'm speaking for my guys, right? A lot of us didn't have those males who were like sitting down and talking to us. Like my dad used to sit us down before disciplining us, and then he would read us, scriptures that related to whatever it was, at the time that he was trying to correct us on. Which it wasn't a bad thing. It made me a reader. It made me a researcher. It made me someone who believed in written word, where I believe uh, there's truth in books, you know, and things that other people wrote down for other people to read and then be helped by those things. I genuinely believe in all of that to this day. I may not be a super religious head or be, super mega ultra spiritual, but I do have my belief system. And I mean, everybody's allowed that. So to my understanding, I we do that a lot, and then we sell ourselves short on things that we're passionate about or talented at, and we give up on ourselves because we feel like everyone else has given up on us too. And it's not fair to you. It's not fair to me. We all have our story. We all carry around the weight of those things, but your weight isn't for me to carry, just like mine isn't for you. And I've been in my in my experience, in my short, what it feels like short 38 years, I've been through some shit. I've been through some shit that you would hear and you'd be like, "There's no way, no way," and yes way, and I've grown. I'm not the same person. I don't have the same feelings. Stuff creeps back up, and I feel things. I'm sensitive, so I feel things differently, and I take things personally sometimes that I shouldn't. I think we all do that. That's not I don't think that's just a me thing. Pardon. But I don't carry the weight of the way other people make me feel around. I don't. And I don't allow that to then make me treat people different when I like to just treat people good. I like to just be positive. I like to listen to rap music, but I don't like going out and doing those things. I never liked selling drugs. My boys are doing it. It was what I was around. So I felt, if I'm not down for the cause, then I don't have these people around me. So I told myself that I had to do some of those things when I didn't. Your personal choices and things that you stand on 10 toes, how everybody likes to say now, that'll take you where you want to go with patience, with determination, with fluidity and being grounded in what you believe in and how you want to go about it and then sticking to that. My problem has always been consistency. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. It's always been hard for me to get through a week and not go, you know what, I'm about to switch this shit up, and then switch it up, and then over and over and over again. I feel for a lot of us because I found outlets. I have a girl who I firmly trust. I have a woman in my life who I firmly trust, whom I feel like I can talk to, and I'm still getting better at that because there's still some things that I'm closed off about that I know I shouldn't be. But being self-aware is knowing that you shouldn't be and then working on that. I am a believer in, therapy. Those people are in a position, with a job that they've, you know, worked on and went to school for, and they are more knowledgeable about some of those human tendencies than we are. I didn't go to school for that. I don't know about that. So I'm being taught and I'm learning. It's been good for me. That's not to say that it would work the same for you, but have you tried it is more my question. Have you tried anything? You know, have you tried not looking for just like pussy? Have you tried looking for a woman who's going to be able to like sit you down and be like, baby, no, no, you don't have to do this like this. We can do it another way. I'll help you do it another way. And then accepting the help and not feeling dismissed, or emasculated by it, by a woman being able to help you grow. Like those are things I feel like a lot of us weren't taught, that we're now in our adult lives, and it's so foreign to us and it hurts us, and we don't admit that it hurts, because who wants to admit hurt? That's a sign of weakness. You're a pussy if you admit that you're being hurt, especially by a woman. Like, and it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. My breakthrough happened the second I got over that shit. The second I threw my ego out the window and I said, Ezra, because you're decent looking and can dress well, that's not going to take you far. People aren't going to just be all, hail Ezra because of that shit. There's got to be substance to you. There's got to be more. There's a man in there dying to come out, dying to show himself. The positive nature, the positive talks, the encouragement, the hey, what's up? What's going on? Talk to me. How can I help? How can I help? I don't know. That's probably more than 300 seconds, but it was definitely a good one. We'll get into some sports. I'm gonna finish my coffee. I like, comment, subscribe, share it. My IG's on my banner and my thing. Keep up with me. I want this to be a journey that everybody can participate and everybody can go on. You know, uh, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm yeah, regularized dude in his basement. That's more than 300 seconds, but I appreciate your time as always. Again, subscribe. This is my job. To the next one.